Hi students, this video lecture is regarding the clarification of how to calculate the trans admittance in double tuned amplifier. In the earlier video lecture we have discussed about double tuned amplifier, but some people are asking for the clarification how to calculate the trans admittance, and it is not understandable. Now let us see how to calculate the trans admittance. But we need to understand in some derivations we may not derive all the derivations. It's very difficult. Reason, the derivation length becomes more. Some steps we are going to be ignoring. But here let me show you the few steps how to calculate the trans admittance. This is what is a basic circuit diagram for double tuned amplifier, which we have already discussed in the earlier video lecture. These are the equivalent circuits and the simplified equivalent circuits, and even we are simplifying the circuit with its equivalent for calculating the trans admittance. This is what is the basic circuit we have shown in the previous video lecture on tuned amplifiers, that is class 3. Now these are the derivations we have quoted in the earlier video lectures. Yt we have quoted I2 divided by V1, trans admittance, output current divided by input voltage, I2 by I1 into Z11. This V1 can be written as I1 into Z1. Instead of Z1 we are trying to write Z11. I2 by I1 is the current gain, AI divided by Z11. You try to calculate the Z11, V1 by I1, you will get this formula Zi minus Zf squared by Z0 plus Zl, and you try to calculate the current gain AI equal to I2 divided by I1, which is equal to minus Zf by Z0 plus Zl. And usually the students has to do the derivations because it's based on simple Kirchhoff's laws. Anyhow, let me do the derivation for both Z11 as well as AI. You try to substitute in Yt, which is equal to AI by Z11. We will get it as Zf divided by Zf square minus Zi into Z0 plus Zl. Let us go ahead with the derivation. Now this is what is the circuit we have drawn. To avoid the confusion, in the basic circuit we have taken it as a Vi. Let us consider it as a V1, and V0 is equal to V2. This is what is the current direction I1, this is the current direction I2, and you are trying to calculate the current through Zl, and it will be in the opposite to this I2. Let us consider that current as minus I2. Now see, apply the loop equation at the input side. Vi, which is equal to V1, is equal to I1 into Zi minus Zf. This is what is the loop equation we are trying to write, and the currents through Zf, both I1 and I2 are in the same direction, means these two currents are added up with each other. I1 plus I2 into Zf. This is what is the equation. This is what is the loop equation we have now. V1 is equal to I1 into Zi minus Zf plus Zf into I1 plus I2. You expand this, Zi into I1, Zf into I1, so minus Zf into I1 plus Zf into I1 plus Zf into I2. These two terms gets cancelled, then we will get Zi into I1 plus Zf into I2. Consider this as equation number 1. Now apply the loop equation at the output side. From the output side, apply the loop equation this side. Now V2 is equal to I2 into Z0 minus Zf plus Zf into the currents again are added up, Zf into Z1 I1 plus I2. Take it as equation number 2. Now another equation we write for I2, V2. This is the direction you try to take, and the current is minus I2 now. This is the I2, the opposite direction we have minus I2 into Zl. That's another equation we are trying to write. V2 is equal to minus I2 into Zl. Now for V2 we have two different equations. Let us equate these two equations called equation number 2 and 3. Equating equation number 2 and 3, minus I2 into Zl is equal to, expand this, I2 into Z0 minus I2 into Zf plus I1 into Zf plus I2 into Zf. This is what is the equation we try to get. Now these two terms are gets cancelled, minus z of I2 plus z of I2 gets cancelled with each other. Now we have only the terms I2 and I1 are left out. Write this equation, minus I2 into ZL, which is equal to Z0 into I2 plus ZF into I1. You try to simplify this, Z1 ZF into I1, which is equal to minus I2 into ZL minus Z0 into I2. Now take I2 as common from this RHS side. ZF into I1 equal to minus I2 of Z0 plus ZL. We know the current gain formula, AI is equal to minus I2 divided by I1. You try to write the formula for I2 divided by I1, we will get minus ZF divided by Z0 plus ZL. Now this is what is the first formula we have derived for calculating YT. We know the formula for YT is equal to AI divided by Z11. This is the first formula. AI is equal to minus ZF divided by Z0 plus ZL. Take it as a equation number 5. Now we need to calculate Z11. Again from this equation we need to write I2. Reason is that see this equation. We know Z11 equal to V1 by I1. This V1 is having Zi into Ii plus Zf into I2, means this I2 has to be written in terms of I1. Now this equation number 5 is helpful for writing that I1 in terms of I2. Now you try to equate this, you will get I1 is equal to I1, which is equal to, sorry, we need to write I2 because we need to substitute that I2 in that case. Right, I2 is equal to minus Zf divided by Z0 plus ZL into I1. Now substitute this I2 in equation number 1. We get V1 equal to Zi into I1 plus Zf into I2. In place of I2 we try to write minus Zf by Z0 plus ZL into I1. Take I1 as a common. I1 of Zi minus Zf square divided by Z0 plus ZL. Z0 plus ZL. Now you try to write the formula for Z11, which is equal to V1 by I1, which is equal to Zi minus Zf square divided by Z0 plus ZL. This is another equation we try to derive, which is a Z11, which is equal to Zi minus Zf square divided by Z0 plus ZL. By substituting these two formulas called AI as well as Z11 in YT, we will get the formula. This is what YT is equal to minus Zf divided by Z0 plus ZL. This is the formula for AI, and this is the formula for this is 1 by Z11, 1 divided by Zi minus Zf square divided by Z0 plus ZL. Now you try to simplify this equation, you will get a Zi into Z0 plus ZL minus Zf square by Z0 plus ZL. Now after simplifying this equation, this Z0 plus ZL goes to the numerator. These two terms gets cancelled with each other. Finally we will get YT is equal to minus Zf divided by Zi into Z0 plus ZL minus Zf square. Just remove this minus and write this equation, Zf square minus Zi into Z0 plus ZL. This is what is the basic formula for transadmittance. Transadmittance YT is equal to Zf divided by Zf square minus Zi into Z0 plus ZL. Usually in the textbooks they don't represent. We need to simplify this because you try to go on doing so many number of derivations, the length of the derivation increases, and in the examination time may not be sufficient to do all these derivations. But anyhow, this is the derivation for transadmittance. YT is equal to Zf divided by Zf square minus Zi into Z0 plus ZL. Anyhow, we need to calculate that Zf, Zi as well as Z0 plus ZL from the circuit, and we need to substitute them, and we need to calculate the final formula for YT. Let us see. We know that Zf is equal to, which is the mutual inductance, J omega R into M. We know the formula for M, M is equal to K into square root of L1 and L2, where K is the coupling coefficient. Similarly, we know the formula for Zi equal to R11 plus J into omega L1 minus 1 by omega C1. Now rewrite this formula, both multiply and divide this with omega L1. That's what we are doing. For the first term R11 plus you take J omega R1 as a common, and you take this factor and you need to divide this term with omega R into L1. That's what we are doing. Omega L1 divided by omega R into L1 minus 1 by omega R L1 C1. Omega R square is equal to 1 by LC, means here we have 1 by LC, we can replace with omega R square. In the numerator you will get omega R square. Omega R and omega R square gets cancelled. Finally we will get omega by omega R minus 1 by omega R divided by omega. This is what is the formula, R11 divided by omega R L1, which is equal to 1 by Q1. This is what is the basic formula. We know the formula for Q. Q is equal to omega L by R. Means we just replace this R11 divided by omega R into L1 with 1 by Q1. This is how we will get this Zi. Anyhow, we will further simplify this. We know the formula for the frequency deviation delta, which is equal to F minus Fr divided by Fr, or you can say omega minus omega R divided by omega R. Then you will try to get it as approximately 2 delta. Approximately you can replace with a 2 delta. Now the formula for Zi equal to omega R L1 divided by Q plus J omega R L1 into 2 delta. Similarly, we try to derive it for Z0 plus ZL also. We will follow the same procedure. Now see this case. This is what is the simplified formula. That's what we have done. Omega R L1 by Q into 1 plus J into 2 delta into Q. Similarly, you write the formula for Z0 plus ZL, which is equal to R22 plus J into omega L2 minus 1 by omega C2. You try to do it, you will get the formula as omega R L2 divided by Q into 1 plus J into 2 Q into delta. This is in terms of L1 and this is in terms of L2. Now we know the formulas for ZF, Zi, Z0 plus ZL, and we know the equation for Yt, which is equal to ZF divided by ZF square minus Zi into Z0 plus ZL. Just to try to substitute all the different formulas, ZF, Zi, Z0 plus ZL, and further do the derivation, further simplify it on your own, and you try to get it as Yt is equal to KQ square divided by omega R square root of L1 L2 into 4Q delta minus J of 1 plus K square Q square minus 4Q square delta square. And this is how we try to do the trans admittance in case of double joint amplifier.